Do you have a long face but you look terrible with bangs? But wait, aren't long faces and bangs supposed to be like bread and butter? If you've been told that you would look amazing with bangs just because you have a long face, then you're only getting half of the information. So I feel like we can't talk about bangs without using Dakota Johnson as an example, because bangs are doing wonders for her. And with Dakota Johnson's face, the proportions are super straightforward. She has a long face and her high forehead steals the attention away from her eyes. So we cover that with bangs and makes her face look a lot more balanced, and her eyes are drawn straight to her facial features instead of to her forehead. But if we look at somebody like Hailey Bieber, certain styles of bangs will still make her face look long. And that's because the way our eyes decide if a face looks long or short is actually by looking at the distance between the eyes and the lips. So for somebody like Hailey, who has a long nose, the forehead is not what makes her face look long. So by covering that with blunt bangs, we're actually highlighting the length of the nose even more. Same thing for people who have a longer lower third. Covering the forehead will actually highlight the different lengths between the middle and lower thirds more. So if you have a long face and you fall into one of these two scenarios, instead of blunt bangs, here's what you should do instead. If you want bangs, you should keep the volume of your bangs really thin like this so that we can still see parts of the forehead, and that's going to make the difference in your proportions a lot less noticeable. Especially if you have a long nose, then you want to keep the length of your bangs longer below your eyebrows so that the hair can cut the length of your nose, and that's going to make your proportions between these two sections a lot more balanced. So the next time you're thinking about bangs, and especially blunt bangs, think about your horizontal thirds first.